Behind the scenes, for those of you, here's another something that you guys have tested for the whole company is a system that the American Press Institute has created called Metrics for News. And what it allows us to do is measure how our audiences are engaging with our content. What kind of content do they like? What do they spend more time with? When we put a photo gallery on a story, what does that cause to engagement? How are they sharing us on social? How are they finding us through search? And how our content causes that to grow. And so we're using tools. BuzzFeed, if you think about any digital media company that's always digital, they're using data to make content decisions. We're also going to begin using data. And you guys are now, you've tested it, you've got some of the kinks worked out. I think you can deleted out all the data and starting over again.
Yes.
And so moving forward, we're going to grow our business by continuously increasing our digital audience engagement using data to make decisions. Let's go to the next slide. Social media is a huge phenomenon for our business, and we know particularly millennials, but all of us are getting our information increasingly through social media, through our own social feeds. And we know that if we're going to leverage that opportunity, we got to be excellent with social media. So we're using platforms to help us with that. We're doing a lot of social media training. All of our markets are working on that to sharpen their skills in that area. Social media is a huge friend to us in driving up engagement. Let's go to the next. Now, a few minutes ago I showed you a slide that said that advertising spending in print was in decline. But we can still grow print, and we are growing print. The way we're growing print across Morris is we are adding products, new products. The Florida Times-Union is a product that goes all across Northeast Florida. But different products we do may target specific neighborhoods, they may target women, they may target people in business, different demographics, and what our advertisers want is targeting. So in the coming months, I think today we produced more print publications than we ever have. And Mark, I would guess here in Jacksonville, the plan is to only grow it from here.
Absolutely.
So we are not walking away from print. By the way, Topeka is doing a direct mail piece. It is a turnkey thing that goes out and hits certain neighborhoods. It is really working well for them. I don't know if we're doing that here, but it may be something that we even want to look at. So let's go to the next slide. Events are another way we serve our community and serve the local businesses and build our brand. This is actually a visual of some of the things Savannah has going on. They've been in the event space for a long time, do a lot of stuff, but you guys are too. And I know that Mark is really pushing hard to continue to grow the number of events we're going to do. It'll certainly grow revenue for us, but more importantly, it builds our brand. It allows us to touch our communities and allows businesses to reach out to their target audiences in ways that you can't do in just print or digital products. So more and more events for us. That's going to be our future. Let's go to the next slide. Digital advertising is going to grow. The spending by businesses in our markets is going to grow anywhere from 17, 18, 19% a year in the coming years. We have a myriad of digital products. Many of them are our own, but we also sell other people's digital footprint too using a product called Engine 212. You guys are growing it here. We're going to continue to grow this across the company. This, the benchmark again, I think we need to be in the high teens to 20% in digital advertising growth in the coming years. Go to the next slide. In addition to digital advertising, it's a little bit different, digital services. This is not advertising. These are services that any business, if you start a business, if you don't have a web presence, you don't exist. If you can't get found when somebody needs you on mobile, you don't exist. Every business needs one or more of these services up here, and we're going to be the ones to provide it. We have great products, and by the way, if our products aren't great, we get rid of that product, get a new product in. And it's going to be ever evolving. I think that's that's one of our strengths, is that we're not tied to a specific product. We will consistently find products. Our business, the businesses in this community trust us, and we're going to find products that work for them. We got to continue to, you guys are up almost double over last year. That's probably the trend line it needs to stay on. Go to the next slide. Now, I'm just about done here. Anna Brecka is in the back of the room here. I know a lot of you guys have met her. Recruitment has always been a big part of what newspapers do for their communities. And this year, it's going to be about an $8 million business for us across the company. Last year, it was about a $10 million business across the company. And this has been in decline. What we know is the old model is not working. We're doing the best we can. It's not us. It's a changing pattern in the way people find jobs and how employers want to find employees. We struggle with it ourselves. It's very difficult. But we are taking this back. We are willing to change our model in whatever means necessary to grow recruitment. We know there's going to have to focus on digital. That's where the world is. It's going to have to be social. We're going to have to operate like an agency. But what we are going to do is leverage the fact that we are the Florida Times Union. We are dominant local. Local is what we do. And so we know that our brand gives us an advantage over our competitors. Let's go to the next slide. This is something that really proud to announce, something that we're just getting started with. If you go back and think about businesses that are struggling right now because in-store traffic is sliding, and that goes from all the way from Best Buy all the way down to the mom and pop shop. And what's growing is e-commerce. People buying things. How many people here used e-commerce and bought something from their home? And if you haven't, how many people, spouse has done that for them? E-commerce is only going to grow. It's only going to grow. And Amazon is one example, but there are many, many others. Etsy, Zappos, many, many more e-commerce solutions out there. And as with everything, we are local. And so our spot, we are going to, and I'm proud to announce that right now, Morris is entering the e-commerce space with a brand called locabuy.com. Locabuy, kind of insinuating local, that's what it could insinuate crazy, but mostly it's local. And right now in Augusta, Georgia, we are filling locabuy.com full of products that our local merchants have in Augusta that you can't find in other places. And we will be launching this within the next couple of weeks. What it allows somebody to do is sit at home, buy something from Windsor Jewelers, and have it shipped to their house that day. That's the plan. If you think about, especially, you think about the Northeast Florida and the large geographic region this is, how nice it would be if you're in St. Johns County to be able to buy something from Duval County and have it shipped to your house. Local businesses cannot do this on their own. They do not have the web traffic to generate that kind of audience, but we do. And one of the things we can do is take content. Think of a Jaguars story and imagine the Jaguars winning. How awesome would that be? Imagine a ball, Mitch, where are you? And a ball cap right in the middle of that. And as a subscriber, I'm already activated. I can hit the buy button and have that delivered to my house. So we can put relevant content, relevant products adjacent to the type of content that would stimulate buying. Because of our huge local audience, we will be able to promote this. What we want to do is shame people into the convenience of Amazon with the pride of buying local and buying from your neighbor. This is very exciting for us. Augusta will be live in the next couple of weeks. You guys already have point people on this, and we're going to get this space in a big way. We want to have Local Buy Jacksonville up and running before Cyber Monday so that we get a chance to play in this holiday space. I don't think it's going to be huge coming out of the gate. We don't know. We'll see. But I know it's going to grow. So anyway, very, very exciting. Let's go to the next slide. Mark Nussbaum talked to me about this in the Morris family a couple of months ago, and it just resonated with me. How much change is coming, what all we're doing. But when you really break it down simply, the daily newspaper, while we talk about it being in decline, and we know that it's challenged, there's so many other ways people get their news and ways that people need to advertise their business. But while it's in decline, it makes up something like 3/4. I mean, this is the Florida Times Union in Jacksonville with the circulation, with those preprints from Best Buy, with the local advertising. Makes up about 3/4 of your revenue here. And all those other things you're doing that are growing still make up only about 25%. And I think if our mandate is to grow this business, which it is, and we're not backing off of that, if you go to the next slide, in 3 years, we're going to look, and we're going to go, we're going to look more like this. And it's not going to be because the Florida Times Union is shrinking. It's going to be because we're doing more and more and more other things to build our brand and build our footprint in our community, such as events, other targeted products, e-commerce, and who knows what else we're going to get into. So let's go to that last slide. And really, at the end of the day, how are we going to do this? It's because of the team sitting in this room and the team across our entire company. Last week, Will and I got to go out to to many other markets, and it is so humbling to see how many people out there. For you, I mean, this is not just a job, this is something you're passionate about. We're going to succeed because of your passion and your belief in this business that is so important to this community. And it's that way in Lubbock and Amarillo and Topeka, Kansas, Conway, Arkansas, and across our community. I'm so proud of the teams that we have in place. And so what I want to say to you is, as we make this transition, I want you to be a part of it. Be a vocal part of change. We need you. We're counting on you. You're the ones that are going to make it happen. It's not some think tank at the home office. It's you folks that are making this happen. So I'm very, very proud of everything you're doing. And I mean, I just can't thank you enough for all you're achieving right now, and very exciting what we have out in front of us. So with that, I want to just say for a moment how lucky we are to work for this company and have a family that is so committed to what we do. It is not just a P&L for them. They're passionate about improving the city of Jacksonville, investing in that when necessary so that we can win that fight and get that pension reform. And we do that in every one of our markets. We don't work for a publicly traded company, we work for a family business. And I think that's very important when you're talking about a business that is dealing with as much change as we are, that we have a family that's not only wants us to perform in the short term, but is committed to the long term. One unique aspect of a family business is that family businesses go through generational changes. And it's very cool for all of us, many of us that have been here for decades, that we are at a special time in our company where we are at a time when we are going through a generational change. And it's very exciting to know that the next generation of the Morris family is as committed to what we do as the previous generation. So